Hello, gorgeous goddesses. A bit nervous on this one because I'm doing this video live on the laptop, and the last couple of times I did it, it didn't work, but so far so good. So welcome. It's been a while since I've done a live. So your body is a temple. What do I mean by this? I know this is something Dave's been saying to me for years and all that sort of stuff, and I'm sort of like, yeah, I can understand that. I sort of get it, but I didn't fully connect with it. So it's something that Penny dropped not long ago, and I want to share what this really means. So as we know, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So we're all spiritual beings. Everything's energy. So we're these beautiful energy beings, but we want to have a human experience. So we come into this body. It's like our cars, but quite different. You know, your body is your temple. It's your temple. It's holding your spirit in this human experience on this earth. So it's interesting to go, yes, your body's a temple, but how do you treat your temple? How do you love? How do you nourish your temple? What do you do for your temple? In my experience, we're very quick to put our temple down. We're quick to find all the things wrong with our temple. We're quick to really beat our temple up. Things like, you know, things that we eat, but even exercise. But that's not my big point with all of this. It's your thoughts. Your thoughts are extremely powerful. Everything is energy. Right. So even, you know, if you go into your quantum physics and all that sort of stuff, fascinating stuff. Like I really love reading all about it, but to talk about it, I'm not a quantum physicist, so it's a bit different. But everything's energy. Even your hands, everything solid is energy. When it's all broken down, if you were to take out the energy space in our body, there'd be nothing really much there. It is when it's all broken down to the finest, minute detail, it is all just energy. So even though we can touch this because of the vibration that it's vibrating at, we can feel it, we can touch it, we can touch our temple. However, your thoughts are an energy vibration too. So things like your internal thoughts, so even if you're not verbalizing your thoughts, those thoughts when you say to your body, oh, you're fat, you're ugly, I wish your bum was smaller, I wish my bum was bigger, because you know what, body issues isn't just about women or men, but women who think their bodies are too big. There are a lot of women out there that feel too skinny and love to put on weight and have issues with it too. So it's quite interesting when you meet those women. I've had friends in the past that would just try their hardest to put on weight, and people sort of made a lot of comments to them about how skinny they were and go and eat something and all that sort of stuff. So body image and size it's a personal thing. So don't look at women that are skinny and think, oh, wow, they've got it made, because it's not the case. Because if you really sit down and talk with them, it's not the case. But what I'm talking about is the thoughts about your body. Oh, you know, does my bum look too big in this? Oh, my hips are too big. Yeah, exactly. Rebecca's saying, yes, absolutely. My sister's always complaining about how skinny she is. I had a friend many years ago, and extremely skinny. And for a short period of time, we lived together, and I'm more on the solid scale. She was blown away with how she literally ate double, if not more than me. Like if I'd had one burger, she had 2 burger and chips. And I'm like, I can't even eat that much. And she was tiny. Like she really wanted to put on weight and get some curves and all this other thing, but she couldn't. Whereas I look at food and I just seem to grow, you know, having underactive thyroid doesn't help, but that's what happened. It was really amazing how judgmental we can look at people who are, say, on the bigger scale and go, oh, well, they eat too much. And it's not the case. Or skinny women don't eat because they starve themselves. It's such a delusion, and it's so very judgmental. And I just wrote an article for the Mystic Tribe magazine. They have an amazing group that you can join on here with articles for the Southern Hemisphere about this. So yeah, so it's looking at your negative thoughts and how you affect your body. So those energy thoughts that you're having about your body really do affect your health, your abundance, every aspect of your life, because it all starts with you. It's energy that you're putting out into the world. So your body is a temple. It is housing for this lifetime your spirit. So, you know, that's something that to really become aware of how, and I'm not talking just about food and exercise, and people that know me, exercise is not my big thing, but it's more, I want to really get you focused on what are the things that you saying to your body. You know, we're quick to look and point out, like I'm sure if I asked, you know, and I don't want this, so please don't do this, give me a list of all the things that are wrong with your body, you can just go bang, 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 bang. But when I ask you, what are the amazing things your body does and has done for you? How easy and quick is it to run off a big list or even a couple of things on that list? I find women really struggle to really find the amazing things that they do with their body. Now remember, whatever you focus on is where your energy goes. And we're all manifesting at, whether we're doing it consciously, which is amazing when we do, but even subconsciously. So if you're thinking of all the negative things, you're putting that energy and that vibration out there. So that's what you're attracting more of. The universe goes, oh, wow, so you must want more of this. So here you go. Ask and you shall receive. So when we start putting things out going, wow, like I'm going to be really honest, my body, well, it's really hard to work out my body size shape. I am unusual. I'm a pear shaped. I've always had different sizing top to bottom. I would say I'm about a size 16. I've got height on me, so it does seem, people don't seem to believe my size. But then there's some clothes that I've got some size, dresses that are some size 12. My jeans, I've got 2 pairs of jeans. They're both 18. One's really loose, like I have to wear a belt, and I don't even have to do them up and down to pull them up and down because they're that loose. And I have some that are quite firm, and they're both size 18. But there's some size 16s I've got. I've got some tops that are size 12s, but then I've got some tops that are 16. So our size, and let's not even get started on trying to find a bra size that is, universal or is all the same, so that is my size. And you know what, I'm not ashamed to say it anymore because it is who I am. And I'm pretty sure no one's getting on here watching me or following us or connecting with us or in our tribe, in our academy, are here because of my size or how I look. It's got everything to do with how I carry myself, the message that I have, how I show up. And so getting back to our body is your body is a temple. Would you ever go, and this is like, I'm not a churchy person, but I mean, there's some amazing, gorgeous churches out there. But if you went to a place of worship, you look in awe and beauty of it, but your body is the same. So start really focusing on what has your body done and does do for you. No matter, I don't want the negative list, I want the good things. Because, for example, and I'll be really honest and vulnerable here, although I'm not so vulnerable with it anymore because I'm quite happy with it. I don't have a firm stomach. I've never had a firm stomach. And I have stretch marks all the way across my belly. And you know what? I'm grateful for them. Every time I see them in the mirror or I'm getting dressed or changed or anything like that, I'm truly grateful because I got to carry my four children in my belly, and that's where they grew. That's where they, came to life, except for my son. But it's still that experience that I got to have. I've got chunky legs. I've got solid legs. They're like tree trunks. But then I look at trees and how grounded and the amazing things they do. My legs allow me to walk. They allow me to drive a car. They allow me to do things with my children or go walking with my husband or all these kind of things. It's like my hair, for example, it's really goddamn thick. Like I have an undercut and I have it thinned out and it's still really thick. I'm not going to go bald anytime. And I love what I can do with my hair. When I look back at all my photos over the last 20 years, oh my goodness, the different colors I've had with my hair and the different hairdos and the different lengths I've had with my hair. I'm growing out all my wisdom sparkles at the minute. So even looking at my wisdom grey hair sparkles, like the women in my family go really young. I was quite old actually. I was 24 when I started going grey. They were in their teens. But you know what? It's a privilege some people don't get to have. It's just who I am and how I am. Like, are you on here because you're looking at my grey hair going, I'm really attracted to your grey hair, so that's why I'm watching you? I'm pretty sure that's not. It's got nothing to do with how I look. It's my energy. It's how I come across. It's a service that I can provide. So, and that's part of my temple. Like I was always told my nose was too big. I've always been told, I won't say what it was because I don't want to offend what I was told all my life. And now I sit there and go, you know what, at least I've got a nose. I've worked in hospitals as a nurse where people have had their noses removed because of cancer and things like that. But I get to have a nose ring in there. I've always wanted to have one. I've had one in there all my 30s. All that kind of thing. I get to smell things, it makes my face look a bit more proportioned. All those things. It's focusing on what it has done and does do for you. And you know what? It really does make a difference. When you start honoring your temple, when you start looking at the positive things that your temple has done for you, you start feeling better. You start, I know for me, like I said, I've got underactive thyroid. I've been diagnosed with fibro. Yes, diet and exercise do make a difference. But the biggest thing that has made a difference for me is activating my body confidence, falling in love and being in love with my temple, with my body. It's amazing, and doing self-love rituals keeps my body activated, my confidence activated. But it's amazing how much when I give love and send love and talk about my body in a loving way, how much my fibro, my pain eases up. You know, it's quite really interesting. I haven't jumped on the scales now, and I'm staying off them because it's not about the scale number. It's how I feel in my body. I'm really focusing on how I feel in my body, because no number is going to make my confidence boost up. I mean, how many times have women lost weight, and some women have lost phenomenal weight, got down to their ideal size, and been truly unhappy? It's because your temple, it's not about the size of your temple. It's how you feel about it, how you love it, how you nourish it is where the difference comes in. A size is not going to change your life. It's seriously, if changing your body size to your ideal, because everyone's got an ideal body size, changing your size to your ideal is not going to solve all your problems. It's not going to really change anything. Yes, it's going to change your clothes, but unless you do the internal work, it is not going to boost your confidence. You know, you hear women, oh, when I'm a size, blah, 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 this will be better. I'll be able to find a partner. My business will take off. You know, I'll have a great career. Unless you do the internal work, sorry, but not sorry, it's not going to change. Confidence has nothing to do with your outside. It has nothing to do with your size. It has nothing to do with your shape or anything like that. It has to do with on the inside. And when you work on the inside, it radiates out. And yes, impressions, they do say first impressions last, but you know what comes before that is your energy. It's how you carry yourself. It's how you feel. It's the love that you give your temple. So that's enough for me, because I could go on for ages, because I get really fired up and passionate about this stuff. So quickly, what I did want to mention, activation. We did have one early this month. So far we've got it booked in for next week, so it's the first week of the month, and same as next week. So this time I've decided, because you know what, I just really feel like this stuff is really deep and juicy. It can be a lot to process, you know, and we're really going back and really clearing out old limiting beliefs, things from childhood, being told you're too fat, you're too ugly, your bum's too big, don't eat seconds because nobody eats a piggy, or make sure you eat all your meal because you know you're very ungrateful for the food that I've put on the table. I know that one we had to do a lot as well. And it's interesting, these underlying subconscious things that continually play out as well. So created a, Dave's got to edit it for me a bit. So we will be sending this out on Sunday, because we just want to make it all a bit earlier and make sure everyone gets one. So it's a 5-day confidence activation soul book. Don't call them workbooks or homework, because we've all got some school issues there, and it's all about your soul and all that sort of stuff. So we've got some really juicy things in there to really help you clear out some of those old limiting beliefs, how to go through, so that's shadow work, doing some surrender, doing some healing. So that's on day 4. So we'll be going through and doing a meditation on doing that. And day 5 is all about action. It's great to have all this knowledge and that, but wisdom comes from experience and taking action. So we've got a fair few self-love rituals and simple rituals, you know, simple, even 5-minute self-love rituals a day is amazing what it can do for your temple, and how amazing you can feel, how motivated and energized, and the amount of shit you can get done. It's truly mind-blowing. So I will put a link down, because I did get it ready earlier. This is a link if you want to sign up. So the videos will be on the page here, so you can still see them and all that. But if you really want to get the workbook, so you can actually work through it, because it's something, you know what, this is not a quick fix. I'm not into quick fixes. There's no such thing as a silver bullet. If it was, I'd give you all a silver bullet and we'd all live happily ever after. But that's not how it is. So this is, you know, this is to get you started. This is to get you going on your journey. This is to really make you become more consciously aware of things and all that sort of stuff. So there it is, and the link is there. I'll pin it because it says I can. Beautiful. And if you have any questions or anything like that and you want to share, please do. But today's action is sign up for the 5-day confidence activation, and, you know, get a list going of what you love about your temple, what your temple has done for you, and see how it feels. All right, gorgeous goddesses, love and gratitude. Bye.